Hello, everyone. Welcome to Backyard Music, broadcasting live from Apple Valley. I'm Steve.
I'm Scott.
Thank you for joining us today. As promised, we're going to talk about a decision that was published last Tuesday, almost a week ago. We haven't heard about it at all. It was an appellate court decision affirming the guilty verdict against the Hillary Clinton campaign 2016. This story was originally published by Randy DeSoto in the Western Journal, so we're carrying that information. So the Washington, D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled on Tuesday that the 2016 Hillary Clinton campaign and an affiliated super PAC violated federal election law in spending that totaled close to $6 million.
Isn't that what she paid for that dossier?
No, the dossier was less.
Oh, was it? I thought it was $6 million.
Yeah, like a couple million.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Why is mainstream media not discussing this? I don't
Hillary
understand.
Clinton.
The amount in question is 45 times more than the 130,000 Manhattan hush money,
Yeah.
which was the same election fraud campaign finance deal.
And that's not against the law, right? You can pay anybody anything you want to ask them to stop, right? That was not against the law.
Well, yeah, an NDA.
What he did, yeah.
Well, according to a New York jury, it is, but everywhere else,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, I mean,
It's an
anybody
agreement.
that was talking about this thing was saying, hey, it's not illegal.
We're just going to remind you that the
Doesn't
federal
Congress have a fund for that, right? To take care of stuff like this.
take care of what?
Take care of payoffs. They've got a fund. Congress does.
No, I don't know.
Oh,
you stumped me on that.
Oh yeah, no. We
Okay.
need to maybe talk about that. 'Cause
So
it's crazy.
the Federal Election Commission and the Justice Department looked at the payments Trump made through his personal attorney at the time, Michael Cohen, to adult film star Stormy Daniels as part of a non-disclosure agreement, and declined to prosecute him. But we talked about this. We had a segment. The Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg chose to bring the case under New York law rather than federal law, bootstrapping that alleged FEC violation as an underlying crime to a state business records violation. It's like legal sorcery. It really was. The reimbursement payments made to Cohen were listed by the Trump organization as legal expenses. And we're going to talk about how Hillary called it. Bragg argued these payments made to Daniels initially by Cohen amounted to an illegal contribution to the Trump campaign. That's what he alleged, and that's what a jury found him guilty of, which it'll be overturned.
Yeah, I hope so. So, regarding the Clinton campaign case, the D.C. Appeals Court found the super PAC, correct the record, set out to engage in a wide range of coordinated activities to support Hillary Clinton's 2016 presidential campaign. In an administrative complaint filed with the Federal Election Commission, nonprofit watchdog campaign Legal Center alleges that Correct the Record spent close to $6 million in coordination with the Clinton campaign during the lead-up to the 2016 election, including to conduct polls, hire teams of round-the-clock fact checkers.
Round-the-clock fact checkers?
Yeah, what the
Really?
heck? Connect with Clinton media surrogates, with radio and television news outlets. I don't know.
A lot.
It's a lot.
What
yeah.
did they not?
What do you
pay
buy for $6 million, right? The three-judge panel noted that that Correct the Record coordinated all these activities with Clinton's campaign, but it characterized all the committee's myriad expenditures from staff salaries and travel expenses to the cost of commissioning polls and renting offices as inputs to unpaid communications over the internet.
Unpaid communications over. Come on, man. That's so
Word
vague.
salad, man.
At least, was Kamala make that up?
Exactly.
At least,
Maybe she was in charge of that.
Trump labeled it as legal expenses, which it was. He paid Cohen to enforce the NDA.
Yeah, for that reason, neither Correct the Record nor the Clinton campaign designated any of the Correct the Record's expenditures as contributions to the campaign. How convenient.
That's dirty.
It's
dirty.
It is. She's sleazeball.
In other words, Correct the Record committed FEC business record violations, sound familiar, by failing to properly account for money spent to help the Clinton campaign. The FEC had dismissed the complaint against the Clinton campaign originally, from dismissing in favor of Correct the Record, citing an internet exemption that allowed them not to list the coordination between the two, but the D.C. Appellate Court found that decision was in error. Quote, "We hold that the Commission acted contrary to law in dismissing the complaint. You think they're in bed, the FEC Commission and Democrats? Because we conclude that the internet exemption cannot be read to exempt from disclosure those expenditures that are only tangentially related to an eventual internet message or post. Eventual. The Commission's reading of the internet exemption stretches it beyond lawful limits. So they're trying to this broad, category of, and in legal, it has to be narrow. It has to be narrowly tailored. The Commission acted contrary to law in dismissing the complaint for want of reason to believe the relevant expenditures were coordinated with campaign. This is direct from the slip note from the decision. Despite plausible allegations that Correct the Record coordinated all its expenditures with Hillary for America and openly acknowledged doing so. Whatever.
Yeah. What do you believe, right?
Well, now what's going to now? What do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, two tiers of justice. Do you think anything's going to happen to Hillary?
This lady has gotten away with a lot, both her and her husband.
And then she blames everyone for everyone and everything.
Yeah. What was her
not
line?
getting elected.
What difference does it make? Isn't that what she said after the Benghazi thing, right? What difference does it make? 4 dead Americans. Well, okay. That was your watch, right?
Yeah, her watch. Yeah.
Crazy. In a separate matter, the Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee agreed in 2022 to pay $113,000 to settle in an FEC investigation into alleged violations of the campaign finance law in relation to funding the infamous Steele dossier during the 2016 race. According to the Associated Press, the Clinton campaign hired Perkins Coie, which then hired Fusion GPS. Yeah, we're all familiar with that name.
Yeah.
A research and intelligence firm to conduct opposition research on Republican candidate Donald Trump's ties to Russia, which turned out to be bogus. But on FEC forms,
A hoax.
the Clinton campaign classified the spending as legal services.
Well, have we heard that before?
Yeah, give me. That's interesting because that's exactly the violation Bragg said the Trump organization committed in relation to paying Cohen. The initial complaint, according to the AP, charged that by intentionally obscuring their payments through Perkins Coie and failing to publicly disclose the true purpose of those payments, the campaign and the DNC were able to avoid publicly reporting on their statutorial required FEC disclosure forms. The fact that they were paying Fusion GPS to perform opposition research on Trump with the intent of influencing the outcome of the 2016 presidential election. This is crazy stuff.
It is. It's
Clinton
crazy.
campaign and the DNC had argued that the payments had been described accurately, but agreed, according to the documents, to settle without conceding to avoid further legal costs. How convenient is that?
Come on.
This is pay
so
to play, man.
You you can pay someone who can pay someone else to do it, to try and cover up, to try and hide it.
Yeah.
So
money
Trump didn't do
laundering.
that. Trump didn't order Cohen to contact another attorney, Stormy Daniels' attorney, to handle the thing. It's a non-disclosure agreement, not campaign finance stuff.
Yeah, nothing to do with campaign.
Trump made the same point in relation to the payment for Cohen, but on a stronger grounds. Cohen was his personal attorney at the time. In addition to paying the lawyer fees, the money had gone to reimburse him for funds paid to Daniels as part of a non-disclosure agreement. Right? So it went into the lawyer has a retainer. It's called a retainer. It's a bag of money. Whenever you send an email, whenever you pick up the phone and call, that money gets deducted from the retainer.
$1,000, right?
Yeah, whether it's 15 minutes on the phone, you're spending $750.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's what the retainer is for. And okay, Cohen, take care of this. Get the non-disclosure
Out of
agreement.
a bag of money.
Use the retainer fund to do it. A non-disclosure agreement is a contract. How else was the Trump Organization accountant supposed to list the payment?
Right.
Unfunded internet communication? No. So Clinton and the DNC pay an FEC administrative fine, and the matter's done. But Trump was found guilty on 34 counts of falsification of business records in the first degree. 2 tiers of justice.
Yeah.
It's sickening. And nothing's going to happen to this.
Well, let's
Trump
hope it
campaign.
does. Let's hope it. Well, I don't know. Let's hope it does. You know,
It's 2 tiers, man.
This is,
we know that nothing's going to happen.
with some of the events that have happened over the last week, this is like I was saying to you earlier, I hope this is an eye opener for some people, because this guy's around for the long haul, you know, and people are treating him like he's going to go away. And he's not going to go away, obviously.
He's
right?
not. He's not,
No.
with that defiant
Yep.
fight.
Yep. I mean, he didn't. I
Blood
tell you
on
right
his
now,
face.
I don't think he wanted to leave that stage.
Yeah,
I think he
don't
would have
so.
stayed up and continued with that
Yeah.
rally. You know, he
Continue.
did not want to go. So,
Yeah, and we
Anyway.
talked about why didn't the counter snipers engage right away? Well, you do that, shots fired, and they're gonna pull Trump off. He can't give his message
Right.
when nothing has happened quite yet.
yeah, I mean, I get what they did, the protocol and stuff that they did, but I'm telling you right now, just a flesh wound, you know? I mean, he would have stayed.
Yeah,
He would have gladly.
Yeah.
I mean, he's, like you said, or somebody said, he played golf, what,
yeah.
yesterday?
Yesterday, met his 9 a.m. tea time.
Yeah. And he's going to be in Milwaukee, or if he's not already
He
there.
is already there.
Already there, so
Yeah.
yeah. He's
All right.
a trooper.
Thanks, folks. Thanks for joining. We'll see you tomorrow.
Have a good day. Thank you.